And let's go ahead and get started on writing the script for our patrol guy. So it's just going to be like our enemy, how he has the character controller, the animations, and then that one script. Our patrol is just going to have one huge script, and I think this is the most complicated script of them all, so this might take some work. So let's go into AI, create a new JavaScript, and name it Patrol Bot Script. Okay, open it up. Let's start by defining some variables. First thing I'm going to do is define a private variable. And it's called attack2length. So that's just going to have to do with the animation. Has nothing to do with the AI. Our player as usual. Our hand, because we're going to be shooting from our hand. The speed at which we run. The fireball which we instantiate. Rotation speed is just going to be how fast we rotate. Shoot range is going to be equal to 15. So for less than, if the distance is less than that shoot range, start shooting. Attack range 30. Attack range is just when he, well, you can go ahead and delete the attack range, you don't really need it. Shoot angle and rotation speed work hand in hand in rotating and shooting at our player. Actually make the shoot angle 4.0. And then we want our don't come closer range to be 5. Delay shoot time 0.35. Pick next waypoint distance. That variable works with the auto waypoint script I showed you. And target is just going to be like our player. We're going to use it to find the distance and stuff. Attack event, new animation event. And what a animation event is, it's like an event called whenever you're at a certain time in your animation. So we're going to use that just to shoot some bullets at our player. Then placeholder called temp attack time. That's going to work with the attack event. Change the update to awake. And on awake, we want to add a clip, animation, run, clip, run 2. Don't worry if you're confused on that part. Temp attack time is going to be equal to the animation attack and the length of the clip. Then on the start function, just how in the enemy bot, how when we started updating, we called this check status. In the patrol bot script, we're going to actually call a function called patrol. So let's go ahead and create the patrol function, patrol. And then back in our start function, I'm just going to set some layers for the animation. Sorry, I have to type all this in. I couldn't really figure out a way to only get the animation of the script without losing like how I explain it, so if you just bear with me by typing it all in. Grr. So our attack event, the function name of our attack event is going to be called instantiate bullet. So whenever that event happens, when we're playing our animation, it's going to call the function instantiate bullet. And let's go ahead and create that. Function instantiate bullet, and make sure it has the same spelling as this one. So in our patrol function, we're going to reference the auto waypoint function called find closest. So var cur waypoint equals auto waypoint. Let's go ahead and check that spelling. Auto waypoint. Okay. Change that to a capital P. So auto waypoint dot find closest, the static function that I showed you. So find closest transform dot position. And if you remember, this function returned a vector, and we're going to use that. So while this function is true, add a waypoint position and make it equal to curWayPoint dot transform dot position. Now, in the if statement, if vector 3 dot distance, the distance between waypoint position and transform dot position, if that's less than pick next waypoint distance, which is 2. So if this is less than 2, then we want our current waypoint to equal pick next waypoint curWayPoint. Okay. Now, another if statement, and this one's going to be called if canCTarget, and we haven't made the function canCTarget yet, but just keep in mind before we make it that canCTarget is going to return a boolean, which is true or false. So if canCTarget, this returns true, yield start coroutine attack player. And we haven't made this function yet either. Also, if we can see the target, we want to move towards the waypoint position. Then yield. And you know what? We want to have this whole thing inside of this. So let's make some room and then put it in there. Just copy and paste it or move it if you can. Alright. You know what, I think I take that back, because that means if we're less than that distance, then we can only see that target. So my bad, take that out. Oops. Yeah, because we always want to be checking if we can see that target. Okay.